Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the 9.8 podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Langworthy. On this episode, we have a very special guest. His name's Burger Lambrechts Jr. You may not know who he is yet, but you sure will. This guy is out here making waves in our sport. He's doing things really early on in his career that no one's really ever done before. That's all I'll say about that. We'll talk more about that specifically in the episode. So you got to listen and find out more about what this guy's up to. Before we do that, though, let's do the old housekeeping stuff that we normally do. Previously, I had been doing essentially ad reads for games, so to promote them, ADs and athletes who have been giving me names and information about games that they want read on the podcast, and I haven't been doing that last couple episodes because I lost my list. And if you look at my desk, you will really understand why I lost the list. So we're starting again new. And if you want your games read out on the podcast and all the details and where to sign up and when registration closes and things like that, reach out to me. I will be more than willing to put it on here, grow the sport, get people more eyes on it, more athletes to your games, because that's what we all want. I know that's what I want. So as we're starting to get new, I only got 3 games to read, and one of them's mine, obviously. So I'll go through them real quick. The first one is it's on September 21st in Eminence, Kentucky. This is the Legends AM competition. If you're interested in competing in that, reach out to Carrie Overfelt about registering. This game's, I'm pretty sure this one's been done before. It's not anything new. If I recall, this is one that you kind of got to be a stud on the field to compete in it. I could be wrong on that, but either way, reach out to Kerry and he'll give you all the information and how to get involved in that. The next one is the Crab Orchard Christian Mountain Games, which is a long title for a Highland Games competition, but I'm here for it. It's the Crab Orchard Christian Mountain Games. It's on October 11th. The registration is due on the day of the games, $20. So real low entry fee games. If you're in the area, or if you're not in the area, show up day of, $20 in hand, and come throw. If you have any more questions about that, you can reach out to me or reach out to the people involved at the Crab Orchard Christian Mountain Games. So that's those ones. Now mine. The Free State Highland Games, October 18th in Lawrence, Kansas. Sign-ups for that are on heavyathlete.com. All classes still have space available. We are not full yet. We might be full soon, so don't wait. If you want to come and throw, sign up. Don't wait. Registration does go until, I think, the week before the games. But I mean, if you're signing up the week before the games, you're really doing me a disservice. But I mean, if that's how it shakes out, that's how it shakes out, and that's okay. And I'm all right with that. I just want you guys there to compete and make this thing really, really awesome. I got some questions on the formatting, so I'll go through that one more time. This is a split competition, so that means we're going to have amateurs in the morning, we're going to have a stone lifting competition in the middle, and then we're going to have the pros in the evening. You can sign up for the amateur competition on heavyathlete.com, and the stone lifting, you can sign up also on heavyathlete.com, but don't sign up on the Free State Highland Games one. You have to go to the Midwest Stone Fest competition and sign up there. It's a separate thing happening at the same place, and there's plenty of spots open for that. And if for some reason you don't use Heavy Athlete and you prefer Iron Mind, you can also sign up for the Midwest Stone Fest on Iron Podium. That's actually a real thing. I guess Iron Mind is a real thing too. Shout out Iron Mind. But Iron Podium, there's a Midwest Stone Fest on there. That one's set up a little bit differently, so you get a little bit of a break if you sign up now as opposed to waiting. The price goes up if you get a little too close to the competition. But either one, Heavy Athlete, Iron Podium, sign up for that on there. All the information on what that event actually looks like is listed on those listings. What else is there? Oh yeah, the pros. We got a bunch of new pros, like guys that you want to keep your eyes on for the future. Like they're young, they're doing things, they're crushing it right now. Um, I haven't released the whole list of names yet, but I will real soon. Actually, by the time you probably listen to this, I'm already putting it out there. So um, it's not like it's a secret or anything. Like this guest today, Burger, he's going to be there. Scott Farr is going to be there. Just guys, a lot of guys we've talked to before are going to show up. So stay tuned for that. What else is there? Oh, Sheaf. Sheaf. Got some questions on Sheaf. We are doing Sheaf a little bit differently. Sheaf is not part of the scored competition. Not because I think it shouldn't be or anything like that. I just want to do something different, something a little more fun. Sheaf is a separate event at the end of the pro show, where all the athletes are still there and want to compete in Sheaf, get to compete together against each other for a prize pot. So I think that's going to be fun. More information on how that's actually going to be formatted. I'm going to come out with that real soon. But just know that like there's a chance to win some money in Sheaf. If you like Sheaf, like I do, come out because you win some money. That's all I really got. Don't wait. Oh, also my T-shirts. Yes, T-shirt sales are going to go up until the end of October. So, not October. Gosh dang it, I'm so bad with dates and names and words today. It's going to go till August, August 31st. The end of August is when the pre-sale shirts are done. So don't wait on those. Get your information to me as quickly as possible. Get paid up, and I will get them ordered, made, shipped out to you as soon as I can. And if we hit our goal number before then, you get them a week or 2 weeks early. So look forward to that. I worked really hard on this shirt, and I got a lot of good feedbacks. People like it, so get one. Support 9 Point Athletics. Support Free State Highland Games. Support your local games. More to come on that. What else is there? That's really it. Let's get into it. Here's Burger Lambrechts Jr.
I am absolutely fed up with technology these days. It's
I'm a little bit of a techie, but it seems like my gadgets always let me down. Just when I have it all set up, like, okay, this is gonna be so cool, and then it just doesn't work. And it's
yeah,
always when I like right when I'm like, okay, you get my wife, I'm like, okay, watch this, and then it just doesn't work.
yeah, dude, that's like anything for me. I'm like, you're not gonna believe this thing. And it's like, I can't replicate it. Great, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I have a Wi-Fi hotspot that is better than the house internet.
Have you ever looked into I haven't, but the Starlink?
I have briefly, and the only reason I haven't gotten one yet is just because it's big. I'm this is
Oh,
like
yeah.
I get what's crazy is I get this from our library because like right down
Oh,
the road
yeah.
we got a little public library and they have free Wi-Fi and I was like sure every I'll get it like every other week and I can record episodes and it works and
Okay.
if I need to take it on the road it's easy if it's in a backpack. Starlink is like a little bit bigger than a backpack.
Yeah.
I mean there's a mini one but I don't know. I think like the hardware cost is more than I want to put down because it's like 500 for the dish
Yeah.
and then I think the monthly is actually like reasonable for internet that actually that works.
Yeah. I guess I've heard that it kind of clogs up when it's busy times. I get like ads for the mobile router, I guess, but said it's not available in my area. I think we're in very similar areas, by the way.
Yeah,
We rent, but like I live out in the country too.
yeah. You're surrounded by corn. I'm surrounded by corn.
Yes, yes,
I actually to
and it makes
my
it humid.
oh so bad. It's so bad.
Dude, I don't know about you, but this week, like I couldn't hold on to my hammers. Like it's just like I wipe everything down with a towel. I get everything ready. fresh tacky. By the time I have my boot set, like this thing's slipping out already.
Yeah, dude.
I
Yeah. What I like started doing was like I will tacky the palm of my hand and then I will chalk the entire backside of my hand. So like any moisture that builds up on the
yeah.
backside, like kind of gets slowed down. Uh, but with this humidity, that's not even enough. And so sweatbands are a good idea. I don't have any. I
I
just
want
cut
to
up.
get some.
Yeah, I've got them up on my Amazon cart right now, and I just haven't bought them yet because I'm like, I got a towel that if I really need it, I just cut strips off that towel and tape it on my wrist. Works just fine.
Yeah.
I look like a crazy person out there, but yeah,
Yeah, the farmers driving by. I'm a farmer too, by the way, but like yeah, like just everybody driving by. Well, now that the corn's tall, people don't see me, but like I just imagine I'm like, what do they think I'm up to? Like with a fork
oh,
out there and stuff. I'm like, they have no idea.
I I don't like throwing around my neighbors. I get a little self conscious because like they don't know what I'm doing. I just look like I'm doing some weird shit. And I wish I could explain to them, and I could explain to them, but they still like won't get it. They just think I'm
No,
exercising.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard like when you're like, I do Highland Games, you just see a blank face, and you're like, it's the thing where the Scottish guys throw the pole, and like that's kind of a Hail Mary because when they go, I haven't seen that, you're like, oh, now I'm up a creek. I don't know how to explain this to you. But when they
Yeah.
have seen the Scottish guys throw the pole, but you're in with a shot of trying to explain it for them.
Yeah. Yeah. I've only ever met one guy like when I was out throwing actually like knew what this was because like he's done it before. Like he used to compete like locally in Kansas years and years ago. But other than that guy, no one's ever heard of it. Unless you get like some really old people that walk by and they might have seen it once or twice.
Yeah.
But like I was talking to my buddy Mac last weekend, or the last this would be the last episode, and like he's fortunate that where he lives in like upstate New York, they have like a large Scottish population, so like everyone kind of gets it. Like everyone understands generally kind of what this is. They've seen it. They've kind of heard about it. But here in like Kansas and Nebraska, like it's a huge German population, and like it's
Yeah.
not even the same thing. Like yeah, it doesn't
They're
register.
so disinterested too. Like we have like Mennonites. They
Yeah,
don't. Like
dude.
my wife's grandpa that I work with. I'm like, yeah, like I had a pretty good weekend in Highland Games. Like he doesn't care. It's like, have
Is it,
you done your chores
is it,
yet? I don't
yeah,
know.
is that work? Is that how that?
Yeah,
Like,
did you
uh,
work? No, not really.
it's fun work. They're like, that's not work then. Yeah, that's cool.
No.
How'd you get into farming?
My wife, I mean, I was in by the time we met, I was in a degree that like half the guys there are just sons of farmers. I picked the degree because I wanted to have some sort of hands-on degree. But anyway, so like met my wife and she's part of four daughters and happens to be I'm a kind of a good fit to, join the farm for the next generation. So
Yeah,
and we just started. We joined the farm June, I think, last year. It's kind of yeah.
what are you
So
growing? Corn?
yeah, corn and soybeans. Yeah,
Yeah,
we do a little bit of soybeans. Some people are starting to just not do soybeans at all, but yeah, I guess it has a little bit of a lower profit margin, but it has some good stuff for you too, like puts nitrogen back into the soil and stuff. But I won't bore.
yeah.
I won't talk about farming on
Well, I mean,
on your
I was,
on
I was,
this
I was about to say
podcast.
like, I was gonna say like it beats spraying for nitrogen when you could just put it back there, but
Oh,
that's all.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you get free nitrogen after. Yeah, but yeah,
But that's a whole year without corn. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, how to what's kind of like what's your sporting background? How'd you What kind of sports did you do growing up?
I mean, I at heart always been a thrower.
Mm-hmm.
I have done some other sports, but my dad was an Olympic shot putter.
Mm-hmm.
So there's literally like videos of me. I don't even think I was 2 years old yet. Like I'd grab a rock and I'd kind of like mimic a shot put.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah, like I had a decent stand throw by the time I was 6. But I did do like cricket and rugby and stuff being from South Africa. But yeah, kind of always been shot put, discus. Like literally, I can't even remember when I started. Yeah, so and then how I got into Highland Games, my dad got invited to one way back, like 12 years ago, I think. And we were like, wow, what is this? And they were like, yeah, there's one of the events is you kind of do shot put. And we're like, can you just only do that one? Like, no, you got to do all of them. Like, oh, okay. So he started building some implements. Like his first hammer had a metal handle,
Dude. Yeah.
stuff like that. Like we were the first people pretty much in Africa to even get into it. But like I didn't get into it until so I tried to like make it to the Olympics until last year. I tore my ankle and that was a whole other story. But yeah, and then like I kind of thought I was done. I thought I was like completely done throwing and doing any kind of competitive stuff. And I felt lazy after a while. I was like, well, maybe I'll sign up for a powerlifting comp. Like that always seemed fun. And then that kind of got the ball rolling again, being strong, because I kind of like did nothing for 8 months. And one day I was like, hey, like I have this, I had a bunch of like lead shot from old indoor shots, like that the university got rid of.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, maybe I'll build my own weight throw. Like I'll do one Highland Games a year. And then like I built it. I went to throw it like once. I'm like, man, I can't not throw. Like throwing's so fun. So then I start building everything. I'm like, okay, when's the next one? Where can I sign up? And then, but anyway, yeah, so that's how I got back into like Highland Games. So I've always known about it, but I just barely started, 5 months ago, started kind of like actually training it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You grew up in South Africa?
Yeah. I came over to the U.S. for college, so I got a scholarship at the University of Nebraska, and so I was there. I did 5 years because I got one of those COVID years,
Mm-hmm.
and then did 1 or 2 years of post collegiate. But yeah, so yeah, I grew up in South Africa. My whole family's in South Africa, and but yeah.
Are they farmers in South Africa?
No, my mom's a lawyer. My dad works kind of works for like the town that he lives in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean like we always had like friends that were farmers, I guess. Like I kind of worked on some farms a couple times in the summer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not technically I'm kind of like the first one to actually farm.
Nice. What part of South Africa?
Pretoria, so Johannesburg.
Okay,
Have you heard of that? Yeah,
yeah.
that's
I've watched Pumping Iron before.
do they go there?
Yeah, one of the Olympias or Mr. Universes is at in Pretoria. Yeah.
I've seen the movie. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, they
Wow.
definitely went there. There's like, and I remember it because like it was like their first day there or the second day there. Arnold went had lunch with like Lou Ferrigno and his dad.
Yeah.
And Lou
Yeah.
Ferrigno's dad's
Trying to psych him out.
weird. I don't know, man. The whole thing is like filmed very like weird, like the whole documentary.
Yeah.
And so like all the conversation was just too real. It was just like kind of awkward. And Lou Ferrigno's dad like loves Arnold a bunch. like just adores him, maybe more than like Ferrigno. But yeah, that's where they're at.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, I remember kind of like them having lunch with him, and I can't remember what he was saying, but like he kind of like give him these like backhanded compliments to like kind of try to freak him out and stuff.
See, maybe
Uh,
that's what he was doing, and like you're picking up on it way better than I did. I just it looked like he had eyes for Arnold. I could
Yeah.
be wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely went to
No, I
South
didn't.
Africa.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I guess I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but
Yeah,
I think I don't know if you're into like strength stuff, you got to watch
yeah,
that.
yeah, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That and if you're a thrower, the Ricky Brush movie,
Yes, yes,
you
yes,
have to
yes.
watch that.
What's that one called? The world is.
The mind is greater than the soul, I think.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
It is. That guy was eating like 900 pills a day
Yeah, before I
with
watched it,
milk.
someone told me that. I was like, no way. Literally, it's like scoops of pills like this. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I think he said like at the
Yeah.
most he's done in a day is like 900. He dialed it down to like 400. And I'm like, that and his
I mean,
doctor in
when
the
you
documentary.
start like list like it's no longer like, oh, I'm taking this pill and this pill. It's just like how many hundreds of pills am I taking?
Yeah. Yeah. And like his doctor was telling him like, yeah, I don't think they're doing anything for you. He's like, they're probably not hurting. I just don't think they're doing anything. He's like, oh, I'll keep taking them then. But like,
Well, even if it was just in his mind, like
yeah,
he kind of seemed like it, at least in that way, it helped.
yeah,
He kind of looked a little crazy too. Like, I mean, it's cool to like. I think is there a scene where he's just like throwing a discus into a net over and over, and he's just like screaming at it.
yeah,
I remember
probably.
something like that.
That dude was out of his mind
Yeah,
in like the best way possible.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what's crazy too is like he was like 28 in that documentary and looked closer to 40. Like, I don't know if it's
yeah,
just the cameras, but he did not look well. And
yeah. No. Also, do they ever address his missing finger? Did you see that? He's got like, I want to say his throwing hand, his index finger is like missing quite a bit of it.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, yeah. I think you
There,
can see, like if you Googled it, you could see it.
yeah, I never noticed that.
I I think maybe he started throwing off his middle finger, but I don't know. It's
Right.
just one of the added to the list of weird things about him.
Yeah. There was like a subplot to that documentary of him like wandering around like fields looking for like ancient discuses. And I thought that was the weirdest thing. Like, I don't know if there's any like it in Sweden, like were they throwing stone discuses ever? Like I don't think they ever were, but he was looking for it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like it was like Americans looking for like arrowheads. Like that's
Yeah,
I don't know. It
yeah.
made
I
no
mean,
sense to me.
maybe if they had that, like, because wasn't it technically a weapon? I think the like a discus was a weapon way back.
Yeah,
So maybe they're
but
laying
it was
around the
Greek.
fields.
Yeah, but discuses are Greek,
Oh
so like
yeah,
I don't like
yeah. I don't know.
the Greek Empire did not reach all the way to Sweden. So
Yeah, probably not.
yeah, I mean I looked it up a little bit and I was like, I can't find anything on this. Maybe he knows something I don't, or he's completely wrong. Like this is just another 900 pill situation.
Yeah. The 900 pills were causing the
Yeah,
looking for discuses in fields.
yeah, dude. And he did have a nasty like behind the neck jerk that like that wide grip like jerk. That thing was sweet.
Yeah.
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 The training montages were pretty tight.
Yeah. No, it's yeah, it's very like I remember what like after watching it, I'm like, man, I gotta dial it up a bit. Like he gets so intense
Yeah,
pretty much every time, or it seems like it. I'm like, man, am I in like do I like throwing as much as he does? Like I need to change some stuff.
dude, I literally throw in the snow because he did it. Like my mind is like, oh, you can sit these next couple days out. It's not a big deal. And I'm like, well, that's not what Ricky did. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll be out
Yeah,
there
he
this
threw
winter
far
again.
too.
Yeah, that's like,
My I'm gonna be doing some new experiences because like I've had indoor facility my whole life. Well, my whole time in the US so far, I've had an indoor facility in the winter. So I'll see how I do throwing in the winter in the cold, but I don't think it's not fun.
it's hell. It is like man, like when I do it, like I'm hoping this year I get access to some indoor facilities, so I can at least throw shot and I can throw like a heavy bag or something like that. Because like we have a place here in town that I can do it at. It's just I have to drive 30 minutes to go there. But like when I'm throwing outside in the winter, like I'm having to use like those little hot hands, like pads in my gloves,
Oh yeah.
and I got to tape
Get the
my
electric
hands.
ones.
Right. Well, see, like I can't have a glove on my throwing hand, so like
Oh
I
yeah.
got like a mitten inside my hoodie pocket that like that's where my hand goes after the throw because like I'm already taping it up like pretty tight so there's no like circulation. So like I got to like really baby my throwing hand and like I may get 10 throws on like weights and like maybe 10 throws on like open stone and that's it. That's all I can take. Like my hand like is like in pain. And then I sit in the car for the next like 15 minutes like having that like those pins and needles until they go away so I can
Oh
drive
yeah.
home. Dude, it sucks. And like last winter was particularly brutal. And I don't know if I'm just getting older or it was actually more cold, but I had not one good practice. It was all just misery.
Maybe I mean maybe the mindset needs to just be like, I'm getting in reps. I shouldn't look how far they're going or how good they're feeling. It's just you're just like getting you're reinforcing that mental or well, it's not mental, but like like the connection between your brain and like your movement, like muscle memory kind of thing. As
Yeah.
long as you're at least doing it, even if it feels terrible, like, you're getting something done.
Right. It's not nothing for sure. But when I look at it, I'm like, well, that was not worth your time because those were just awful. That's not how you do it. But like we
Yeah.
just moved to like a more rural like house and one of the churches here has like a basketball court and then there's like a 20-foot stretch of grass that goes right into like a volleyball court, like into sand. And I was like, oh man, like big, perfect concrete, like in like a small walk through grass to like get to the implement. Cause like it's going to be so wind blown out there. Like I can't imagine like snow building up. So I'm like, that's going to be the perfect spot this winter. And I can park like right up close so I can leave the truck
Okay.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's if I don't get an indoor facility. Because if I get indoors, then I'll have a much
Where do
much
you
happier
like
off
what kind of
time.
indoor facility? Like some sort of like town basketball court or something that's open to the public or what?
Yeah, it's like they have a bunch of basketball courts, like pickleball courts. My kid plays volleyball there, but they have a turf area. They just built like a whole new like section of. They took out like 5, 6 basketball courts and put nets up and have turf in there. And I was like, that's ideal. It's just all
Yeah.
the way on the other side of
You could
town.
go, you could do what I remember way back in the day. I've known Scott Farr for a while because we were at Nebraska at the same time.
Hmm.
And I remember when he moved to, I think he was doing it in Alaska. He was just throwing these like bags in on a turf field somewhere over
Yeah.
there. Do you
Hmm.
remember did you see that?
Yeah, I was super jealous
It's
of
like
him in that facility. So jealous.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that nice. I wish we did. Like the closest thing to that would be I'd have to drive to like Kansas City, but that's not worth it. I'll just be cold. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it works out. The real ticket is like this new garage that I have. And I've talked about this before. Like it's a much bigger garage than I had previously. So my gym is freezing cold in the winter. I don't have enough heaters to heat the entire place up. And like it's a
Oh
pole
yeah.
barn, so like it's vented fucking everywhere. Like it's just catching drafts constantly. If we get a bad snowstorm, snow will blow in through all the cracks and just like dust everything in there.
I
So
have the exact same garage. That's what
yeah,
I don't know if you see that. I have my stuff in the basement, my lifting stuff.
yeah,
I can't do like jerks or presses or anything, overhead presses, but I don't know, like I can compromise and at least I'm warm in the winter.
right. That's our local high school. Apparently, you can rent the weight room for like 6 months or 3 months. You get access to it for like $100 or something like that. And you just
Oh
choose
well.
a time. Yeah, you just choose a time that you're going to be there, and like they give you a key code to like get in, and you have access to the weight room or the basketball court or like really any of the facilities. And I was like, fuck yeah, that sounds nice. At least
Yeah.
it's heated. But again, I might just be getting old and can't handle the cold temperatures, but I don't want to do it again at all. But and it's coming up. Winter's coming up at any day now. I think it'll be
Oh
here before I
man,
know it.
yeah. Yeah,
But
I don't like that it's so close. It seems like the year just like flew by and harvest is almost here and then it's just winter and cold anyway.
yeah. Um, why'd you so like you threw post collegiate for a year and then like
Mm.
you just took time off because of that injury, and did you like always have plans of coming to the Highland Games?
Um, so I tore my ankle like second meet last year, like in the Olympic year. Then kind of came back a little bit, actually competed sort of decently, but not, I mean, it wasn't enough to go. And then like I said, like I was like done. I'm ready to be done. I dropped 45 pounds in like 3 months. So like
Wow.
I wanna like lean. I think some I mean, a lot of throwers maybe have this fantasy of like, like I'm kind of big. Like what if I lean down? I'd probably look really good. I leaned down and I just lost my muscle and everything. I'm like, man, this this is
Yeah.
terrible. I'm weak and I look terrible. And I was like, I don't feel good. So started doing some powerlifting. And then, I mean, as far as like if I was always planning on doing Highland Games, I mean, sort of, I guess. Like people have told me for forever, like, I mean, my dad's always wanted to. And then like, I know Dan McKim a little bit, and he's kind of said like, "Hey, yeah, you should really look into it." And then Aaron Castle, I was in Arizona for a meet 2 years ago, and he was like, "Dude, forget about shot put, come to Highland Games." And I was like, "Yeah, we'll see." Um, yeah, so like it's always been in the back of my mind, like I wonder if like you see a lot of shot putters try it and be bad at it.
Yeah.
Or not bad, but like, sure, you have good stones, but then like nothing else is good. And like they try, but I don't know. So I was like, I mean, it's not a guarantee that like it would be fun. So I put zero pressure on myself. I was like, you know what? I could just at least do one a year. That way I can still have throwing in my life. But yeah, then first practice, I was like, man, I gotta train. I want to be good. I want to be the best.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like what's funny too is that like from what I've seen, most guys who've like done almost exclusively shot put and when they get in the games, like it's a real heartbreak when they just can't throw the heavyweight or they can't throw sheaf or something like that. And they're like, I don't think this is for me. And I'm like, it's definitely for you. Just wait a minute. Like it'll come. Trust me. You'll do fine.
Got to put some time in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I got to remind myself too, like yeah, yeah, my heavyweight is definitely not there yet. Like, I hate trying to learn that thing, but at the end of the day, I just got to remind myself, like, dude, this is probably like I don't know, I'm probably on like 10 practices of having done the heavyweight. Like, I gotta, it takes a while to
like
learn every throwing event.
So you're like 70 throws into the heavyweight. Like, that ain't it yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, like, to me also splitting everything now. Like, I was used to just showing up and doing the same event every day, shot put. But now, like, having to split it up, like, okay, this is good now. Like, let's try to improve, like, what I'm struggling with. And, yeah, it's weird trying to get to everything, but not having time. And, yeah, so I don't know. Most of my events, I really haven't gotten into like really understanding them very well. I'm starting to get it. Like hammers, I feel like I'm just now understanding what even good technique looks like. I try to just watch Dan McKim world records on repeat.
Yeah.
And just try to memorize it, do the exact same thing, and then I can't.
I mean, that's not the worst idea I've ever heard for watching McKim. Yeah. It all comes in time. And, I've always wondered what like high level, like decathlon, athletes, like how do they train? How do they break up their week? What does that look like? 'Cause I just can't find like a ton of good information on the internet about it, because I mean, you think they might be the best at it, but
yeah, there's this, what's his name? Cedric Dubler on YouTube. He's a Australian decathlete. I mean, you'd have to watch a bunch of his videos, but it kind of gives you a decent idea of how they do it. It seems like it's kind of like Highland Games, where like, okay, I feel like this event, whatever events click for you, like you can get away with like not doing them as much and like trying to work on your problem events, and then like some events like him specifically, Cedric, I think he struggled with like an elbow injury. So like javelin, he would almost never do, but he's like trained, but then he still show up and do pretty good. I think it's similar. It has to be sort of similar.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Training your week events is a good idea. I don't
It's
do
not
it.
fun.
No, it's a
Yeah,
bummer.
like I want to throw some bombs. I don't want to be out here on struggle bus.
Well, see, and like for like me, like depending on what kind of mood I'm in, like I'll kind of map out my year and like what I kind of want to be doing at a certain time. And it's usually never work on my week events. It's build up my good events to be, I don't know, like undeniable. Like I'm good to go on like these four, and then like I'll chip away at something else a little bit here and there. But I need to know my hammers are good, and my weights are good, and my stones are good. Like everything else, it's just, yeah, well, we'll see.
Well, the problem is, like what to me seemed so annoying when I first started kind of like learning about like how it's even scored. I was like, wait, you're telling me my open stone counts for the exact amount of points as like sheaf or whatever? I was like, that doesn't sound right. Like, or, wob, like you almost don't even really have to know what you're doing. Some people just do good at wob, and you're like, man, like I spent years crafting my technique in, open stone. Why does it count the exact amount like for every event? So just that to me, when I think about it, I'm like, oh, I better work on my bad events too. Like,
Yeah.
I can't just have fun with the good ones.
The only time I'm ever like really concerned about my bad events is like if they lose me a shit ton of points like repeatedly. Like if I'm getting fourth on like or third on wob or third from the bottom on wob every time. I'm like, okay, we're going to take some more practice. We're going to add one more day of wob into the week, at least until I feel like I'm not a complete failure. And then I just get tired of throwing it and my thumb hurts and 56 or the 56 is heavy and I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
Cause like you can't even
Yeah.
use the strap like with weight over bar unless you're spinning. Like there's no real good way to do it. So like you have to be just beating your thumb up the entire time. And it's not fun.
Yeah. No, hook gripping is something else I've started having to get good at. I bought when I kind of got into it this earlier this year. I bought Dan McKim's book,
Mm.
and he was like, "Yeah, just it's." I think in that section, he was like, "Yeah, get over it. Like, you have to hook grip. Like,
Yes. Yep. That's
just do
exactly,
it."
that's what I tell everyone. It's just like, it sucks, but you'll be fine. And you'll stop thinking about it until like it really, really hurts. And like, you're like it blisters weird. Then maybe stop hook gripping for a week until it, I don't know, till you can shave it down. But, yeah, like, I
How
don't
do
know
you
how,
still like? Sorry, you go ahead.
oh no, you go ahead.
I rip blisters like or calluses. I mean,
Yeah.
friggin' seemingly weekly, and it's
Mhm.
I don't know. It's frustrating. The specific, like on the weight throws for sure. Like I don't know. I put on tape and like I've tried with a glove, without a glove, more tape, less tape. Like somehow I still I've got like four of them that take rotation turns of who's gonna rip that day.
Yeah. I shave my calluses down, often. Like the minute you have a callus is the minute it's going to tear. So like I got like my
Oh yeah, I've heard
like
that.
the palm of my hand like is hard. The pads like these are all soft and nice and like flat. Just so like there's nothing to catch. Like
Yeah.
I even sand down like my fingers like the like here and there because like I made a blister on my left hand throwing hammers with a half-inch handle because like it just pinches your hand really weird. And I ripped a blister, and now it turned into a giant callus. I just shaved down today because I planned on throwing a
No.
light hammer today. I didn't because of the humidity, and but yeah, I make sure I have no calluses whatsoever. And
Yeah, okay. I gotta start doing that.
yeah, it hurts in a different way. Like ripping calluses hurts like really bad, like in that instance. But like throwing without any kind of like hand like protection, like natural protection, it always just feels like I gave someone like a big high five, like constantly through a throwing
Yeah.
practice. But it's not going to tear, and I can live with that. Maybe that's
Okay.
just me. Yeah.
My newest one, by the way, I think one of your episodes you said like you started putting you grabbing your D handle closer to the edge of the
Yeah.
like you have to pick a side. Was that you? Was that you
Yeah,
that
yeah,
said that?
yeah. I was doing that a lot earlier this year because I was throwing a D handle for up until maybe 3 weeks ago. I switched back to a ring just to change it up a little bit, and because my D handle on my weights are an inch short, but the ring handle on my weights is the exact length, and so I was like, I want a little bit more fun practices. I want it to go a little bit further, but yeah, like I was just thinking today in practice, like I need props in here so I can like hold it up in the camera. But yeah, I would hook
Oh
grip
yeah.
my heavyweight all the way like at the end of the D, so like it kind of like locks my hand in, and I can feel like I can loosen up on my grip just a little bit, so I'm not having to squeeze
Yeah.
the heavyweight so hard. It doesn't work like that for
Yeah, no, I've
lightweight.
started doing that.
Yeah, lightweight. for
Oh,
me, like I'll always hook them. I'll hang on just too long, so I go to the other end and just get a little bit more length on that side. How much does it actually help? Like I don't know, but it feels right.
no,
So
I
I'll
think it
go with
does.
yeah,
Yeah, I tried it. I was like, yeah, this makes sense.
yeah, yeah. It's and like gripping the weights, I will switch it up routinely. Once I feel like it's not working anymore, like I'll just change. Just like how I tape my hands. I'll even put on a glove every now and again, just because like how I like tape my hands just isn't working. So I'll just switch it up, and maybe for the next 3 to 4 weeks or whatever, this works really well, and then it fails me, and then I switch it up again.
Yeah. No, like I said, I've been flip-flopping between. I mean, the glove is good for like these really humid days. Then
Mm.
my it seems like you're like whatever you do with your tape, like it just comes off, even if you use like the pre-tape spray and stuff, like it just doesn't want to sit.
I've never thought about using like the pre-tape spray. That's a good idea.
It's not my. Yeah, I'd bring up Dan McKim a lot. Yeah, that's his. It's in the
Is
book.
that his thing?
It's
Okay. See, I need
yeah,
to get that book. I've never gone through it. But yeah, that's a good idea. Like for me right now, with just the humidity, like I am retaping my hands 3 times on a weight practice. Cause like I'll tape my pinky like all the way up. Cause like that's where like I'm really hanging on there. And it beats it up. So like make like a little pinky cast, but like the tape will stretch and it'll sweat underneath it. And then at some point I can just pull it off and then like I'd kind of wipe it on my shirt and retape it. The same with the thumb. The thumb will do the exact same thing. And like I'll tape across these days I'm taping across my pads of my finger, of my hand. And
yeah,
that will start to roll up, which is really nice in practice until it holds on too much. And then I rip it off and do it over again. I'm going through
have
a
you
lot of tape these
tried
days.
um there it's like it's a CrossFit thing. It's like the strip and it has three holes in the top of it and you put your fingers over it and then it like
I,
sticks here and then you kind of place it down.
yeah, I've like the Wadden done, like that
Yeah, I
one.
think that's what it is. Yeah.
Because like there's like the tape style where it's like a sticker essentially, right? Like I've used that. I don't like them too much just because like the cost per use. Because like if you're throwing like heavyweight and lightweight in the same practice, you're going to have to replace that 50 cent piece of tape. And you do that,
Yeah.
3 times a week at a minimum. Like you're kind of burning through a lot of these little sticker ones. I've thought about getting like the leather or canvas, like it's the same thing, but just leather canvas, like for like
Oh,
pull ups
yeah.
and whatnot. I've seen Kyle Lilly using those a lot, and like he says he likes them because like it holds until it doesn't, and then it lets go when it should. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea. I just haven't got around to getting one.
Yeah.
And like,
That I don't know why. Sorry, yeah, you go.
well, I was just gonna say like there's a lot of things that like I always think about. I'm like, I should get one of those, or like I should try that out. And then like two things, either like I just never do, or I do get it and like try it out. And I feel like it just screws me up for the next 2 weeks as I'm getting used to it. And then I'm like, then I abandon it. And I'm like, I got used to like not using this thing again.
Yeah.
Like the,
Um,
I was gonna say like the bear glove from like the roadie bear glove, which was, you know,
yeah.
like a godsend in the winter because like I don't have to put a cold ball on my neck. Like I can, or on my fingers. I have a little strip of leather in between there, and that helps. Like that's 5 more reps that I get because of that little thing.
Yeah.
I'm okay. What were you gonna say before I rudely interrupted?
Oh man. Oh, I was going to change the topic to
Oh yeah.
I completely forgot about I feel like I should at least bring it up. In 2022, I did do one games in Michigan, and
Okay.
that was just like between seasons because I was still in college. And Chuck Casson, I because he lives just south of Lincoln, whereas
Hmm.
that's where I used to live. And I was like, hey, can I like come throw with you? And I think I was kind of annoying because I'm not annoying, but kind of like, I mean, it was annoying in the way that like he had to like put up with me being there at during his practice and stuff. He's getting ready for like probably some big games, and
Yeah.
he let me come to his house and throw his weights and stuff and kind of mess up stuff. So like, shout out to Chuck for letting me do
Yeah.
that.
You're one of the rare few. Chuck throws alone.
No, yeah, I feel like he really like he gave me a lot. Like I feel thankful. Sometimes I feel like I want to go back and be like, hey man, thanks. Like I really appreciated that. Because at the
Yeah.
time I was like, oh, this is, I just like I don't think I was very appreciative at the time.
We never are. No one ever is until like after you're like, oh man, that really helped. Like that was nice. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I've known guys who live near Chuck and they've asked to like throw with him and he's like, oh, we'll see, we'll get around to it. But and like I kind of feel the same way where I'm like, I really enjoy my alone practices for like 90% of like the times I'm out there. But every now and again, I'm like, wish other people were here. Like that'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm kind of weird. Like I don't even play music. I'm just like this is me out there throwing stuff.
I just started
I
playing
really
music
enjoy
the
it
other
being like,
day. Yeah, I just started playing
oh
music the
yeah.
other day. Yeah, and like it helps kind of sometimes. And but it's a burden. Like I got to bring like the Bluetooth and like iPhones are stupid and you can't record video and play music at the same time. Someone told me
Oh yeah.
that's not true and I was like, "Nah, I've tried it. I've tried it every which way." The internet's like, "Download this app." And I'm like, "I don't want to download a thing. I just want to like do what like Samsungs have been doing for the last 20 years. That's what I want." But iPhones, I guess. Today was the first day
Yeah.
in like I don't know, maybe 3 weeks where I didn't have music on during practice because I forgot it, and it actually went really well. I got bored and I got hot, so I left before I could throw hammers. But heavyweight went fine, so maybe I throw heavyweight without music
Nice.
now because that's how it works. If I had one good practice doing one thing, I'm like that's what I do forever now.
Yeah.
But how many games have you done this year? Your first full year?
Uh, is it two? I think it's only two. I signed up. I didn't realize. I didn't know that you're supposed to sign up like a year in advance. That was kind of annoying to find out. But or not a year, but like it seemed
Yeah.
like by the time because I had my first games like early June, and then people were like, "Oh yeah, you should look into this game or this game," and a bunch of them were already full. And one of the ones I signed up for in Kansas, it was like a Ren Fest, and
Oh yeah.
they were oddly quiet, and like I was like, yeah, I guess I'm just driving out there, like I guess that it's their first one, and we literally drive 4 hours there, and then the night before, I'm like, this seems weird, like I should have heard from them, and then we like went way back on their Facebook posts, and finally I've seen one. They're like, oh yeah, the Highland Games was canceled. So I'm like, great, great. Like I drove all the way out here, and so anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's only been two. It would have been three, but yeah. So hopefully I can start getting a little more going. But with farming anyway, like I can't do that many in a year. I can't be gone that many times. So
Right. Yeah. The Ren Fair in Topeka, that one, I've got a lot to say on it. I won't, but I've got a lot to say on it. It was a real bummer. I found out from my father-in-law told me it got canceled because like it was like announced on the news. Like the Ren Fair's still happening, just the Highland Games wasn't. That's what I was told.
yeah, I think I was the last guy to hear.
Yeah. And which I honestly like I knew that was going to happen. Like if I were to put money on it, like I would have bet the house that wasn't actually going to happen. But
I should have talked to you before then.
right, like that's part of the reason why like I'm doing my games in October is just that like Northeast Kansas really has nothing. We got the Kansas City games, which is next weekend.
Right, I'll be
And
there.
yeah, but like yeah, that's like a very very small like kind of intimate like almost backyarder type games. Not a lot of fanfare. And we used to have like a really good games in Topeka, like a couple years ago. Like that was my first games, like I guess it was like 8 years ago, and like they had pros out there, like Chuck Casson, Spencer Tyler, the Burchetts, and Andy Vincent. It's like it was like a whole like it was a big ordeal, and they go away as they do. And I was like, well, I guess I'll bring it back since no one else is.
Yeah. I don't think Nebraska has much going on. I guess recently I heard there's one in Omaha, but it's not a pro, it doesn't have a pro section or something.
No,
I don't know if
so
you know anything.
last year Austin Rhodes, shout out Austin Rhodes, uh, put on a small games at a pirate festival in Omaha. The funny thing about Omaha is
Okay.
that there are two pirate festivals in Omaha on the same day, unaffiliated pirate festivals.
Wow.
Blew my mind. And so like I Google I'm driving up there because I'm going to judge one of the classes. I'm on my way up there, and I'm like, all right, let me find out exactly where I'm going. So I Googled it, like Pirate Fest, and I saw two, and I was like, oh, I'm going to take a shot in the dark here. I'm going to go to this one. Sure enough, I was right. But yeah, I thought that was weird, and I don't well because it would have already happened, I think, or it'd be happening sometime this month. But I don't think he's planning on doing it this year. If he is, he's being very quiet about it. Very, very, very quiet about it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I did in 2018 I went to a pro one in Nebraska. It was like really early in the year. It was really cold. No, I didn't
yeah, I was
compete,
there.
obviously. I just
Yeah,
You were
I
there?
was that. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, that. Oh God,
Oh.
that was.
So we've met.
I don't know if we. I don't know if we've met, but like I was definitely there because like
Well, that there wasn't that many people there that day.
right because like that's when all like the flooding was happening and like so like the original field I think got washed out and like it was like a last ditch effort like I will put it in this field at this one park in like Belleville and
Yeah.
yeah because like, yeah I mean like because you Scott was there as well. Scott was throwing. That would have been like the last year that they had it.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like
Was it? Well, I guess it would have been early 2019, or was it
I'll tell you right now.
18?
I will tell you right now. Oh, it would have been 19.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Was
April
uh was
2019.
Isaac Burchett was there, right?
Yeah, yeah. Let me. Yeah. Isaac Burchett, Nathan, Chuck Cassett, Jeff Cast, and Luke Crowley. Yeah, those are the
Yeah,
pros.
okay.
So, and again, this is not the first time I brought this up, but I'll tell you, like this games, I did not know because I was really new in the sport, like what the formatting and all that stuff was. I was told it's like it's a team event. Like each pro had an invited amateur, like one of the best like regional amateurs, and then anyone else that wanted to sign up and be on the team. And I was like, yeah, I'll be on the team. I did absolutely terrible. Like it was one of my worst games I've ever done. And and I've like we're warming up for Braemar, and like everyone's like throwing like high 30s, low 40s. And I get out there like, and I'm looking at it now, like I PR'd with a 30-foot Braemar. But like as we're warming up, right, everyone's lined up, throwing it back and forth. And I'm like looking at the lines, and like they looked 70, 60 feet apart. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like I don't think I could even get it to the other side. And so I get the stone for my one warm up. I like kind of waddle out there, and I stand like in the middle between both of the lines of people and give it everything I got just to get it back to the other side. And I don't think it even made it. But I was embarrassed and I wanted to leave. I was texting my wife and I'm like, I think I should just go home. And she's like, well, don't, you drove all that way. Like, just go ahead and stay. I'm glad I stayed, but I did not want to, like, at all.
Just blame the weather. It was cold.
But I expected that. So it's just, we'll see. Like, here's the thing too. Like, that was my third games ever. And like, I don't have a throwing background. So like, this is all very new for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, and I dropped the heavyweight in the middle of the trig, and like, I got scolded by Chuck Casson, for doing that. Apparently you're not supposed to drop the heavyweight in the middle of the trig. Cause I don't know how to two turn. I was trying. I was like, I want to try a two turn like everyone else, so I don't look like an asshole. But I still look like an asshole, so that's cool.
Hasn't changed.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It was fun. Like that's when I learned like I'm kind of decent at sheaf. Cause I went like 27 that day, and I was like, oh, that's not bad. Everyone said that was pretty good. I didn't know. And I was like,
Yeah.
maybe I like this. But yeah, you were there. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't remember much about it, but yeah, it was cool. Cool to see. What I most remember about it is seeing Isaac throw. And like,
Yeah.
I did not think he would throw very far. He's not that big, you know, Swamp
No.
Jesus. Like I was just
Yeah.
like, I did not think he was gonna throw far, and he just kept like throwing bombs, and I was like, what? And he has tennis shoes on for every event. That's just
Yeah.
like crazy to me.
Yeah. Just random, just sneakers. Yeah. And like the thing about that, like too, like he looks like your neighbor. He just looks like a guy, you know. And but he's been throwing for so long that like he knows what he can get away with. He knows how much he has to like train
Yeah,
and practice, and like he could just do it. Like right now he can throw 40-foot heavyweight, like just getting off the couch. Like he can do that. It,
yeah,
he could spin 30 foot on sheaf, just any day of the week. He's quite impressive, that guy.
yeah, yeah. Both of them. Well, I guess the two. I don't know all the siblings, but I did listen to your episode with well, your two episodes with Nate. It
Yeah.
was interesting to hear their background.
Yeah. We're yapping. That's a long episode. Yeah. Yeah, man.
So
Like,
I do have a side job where I have to scout cornfields. So I'm essentially
mhm.
like it's just very monotonous over and over work, and I'm just alone in a cornfield. So I put a earbud in and I listen to a lot of podcasts. So recently it's been 9 Point Day.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate it because I always like am surprised when I hear like people tell me like, oh yeah, I listen to it, and I was like, oh, you do? Cool. Like, I didn't know. Like, I don't look at
Yeah.
the analytics as much as I used to, but like, I'm just always surprised when I find out someone listens to the episode.
No, you're doing good, man. Like it's really, really fun to, and to me, like getting into the sport, like I didn't expect it to be kind of a little complicated to understand. Like there's a lot
Mhm.
of things to know, I guess, and it helped a lot. Like it's not like, I guess I don't think you have an episode where you're like, okay, this is everything you need to know back from start to finish.
Mhm.
Do you? I don't know if maybe if you do, I haven't seen it, but or heard it,
No.
but just like listening to it, like here and there, I could pick up stuff like, oh, that's how that works, and that's who that person is, and um, like even like knowing who the like people in the sport is, um, like as you bring out episodes, I'm like, oh, who's this guy? Like, oh, he's a pretty cool guy. Like, follow him, and so yeah, it helped a lot.
Yeah. So when I started, we had Matt Vincent videos. Like he was the only guy putting out
Yes,
content,
I
and like
did watch those.
his content was good. If you're a fan of YouTube and like you like watching like vlog style content, like he like that shit fit in really well if that's what you're into, and I like that, so I watched
Yes.
every one of them, and like I mean he's the
I
reason
need to
why.
ask you, you
Okay,
said at some point in one of your episodes that you have a playlist that you made with all of those.
I do. Oh,
I need that
have
playlist.
it doesn't have all of Matt Vincent's videos on there. I think it's got, I don't know. I'll look right now. It's called. Let me pull up my YouTube studio because there's a guy. I don't even know what country he's from. He's European. His name's like Gorloff. Um, I just say
Oh
Gorloff
yeah.
Markinen.
No, I know
Right.
him.
Okay. Like personally, or you like do you know like the channel?
No, 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 no. He posts like everything throws. Like
if
just a
if it's
bunch of
yeah, it's throws and strength sports. Like it's
yeah.
yeah, so it's called the World History of Highland Games, and it's got 477 videos on it.
Wow. And
So
amongst those are Matt Vincent videos or what?
yeah, so like it's got everything that Gorloff has posted, which goes back to 1950s till last year or two. I think the most recent was like maybe 2024, maybe no, maybe 2023. So all of his, some Dan McKim, all of Ryan Vieira's stuff, that is throws related because like I didn't add his like gym training stuff in there.
Yeah.
Every one of my videos that is a full games or full event from a games, and as far as like how much Matt Vincent I have on there, I'm not entirely sure, but they're
They're
like
hard to find.
right. So like my buddy,
Like he doesn't label them, like this is a Highland Games that I went to. Like he'll just title it like the one I remember now is like ruining a golf course, and it's them like I can't even remember where, but like that's like a cool one to watch that I've seen probably multiple times already. But
yeah,
yeah,
that's
like
St.
they're hard
Andrews.
to
Yeah,
find.
yeah, yeah. A couple years ago, my buddy was like, he kept texting me like these clips from these videos. I'm like, where the fuck are you finding these? It was like Celtic 1996, and I'm like, where'd you pull this out of? He's like, it's on YouTube, and I was like, I can't find any of that. Like, where are you getting this stuff from? And he's like, they're there if you look. And so I started looking, and I found them, but because Gorloff, who has most of these videos, I think 300 of the videos are from his channel.
Oh wow.
Not a single thing is in a playlist. So like, there's no like track and field, there's no Highland Games, there's no World's Strongest Man playlists. So you just got to scroll through all 1,500 of his videos and find someone in a wearing a kilt in one of the thumbnails, and like that's the only way like you'll know.
How long did that take you?
A couple days. It's not done. It's a work in progress. Cause there's still like, there's a lot of guys out there who have put out Highland Games content that like no one really knows about. Yeah, like oh yeah, I got all of Dan McKim's stuff on here. All the HG Live, which if you haven't checked those out,
No, I have.
HG
I'm
Live,
a
yeah,
very much a nerd when it. Oh, yeah. We I look forward to getting to that section. But I am a nerd when it comes to like, just finding everything I can about like, I mean, it's throwing, but like also just hobbies I'm into. But yeah, like I'm a. I used to be a pretty good historian in track and field shot put and stuff. So like I love watching that stuff like HD Live and
you
yeah. No,
know,
I've seen probably all these. Yeah.
that's like a good way to put it. Is that like you're a historian of so like I remember watching Mark Bell's Powercast back in the day. Did you ever listen to that podcast?
Yeah, no, yeah, a little
So
bit.
like, but before he got like skinny or thinner, when it was like very much like strongman and powerlifting and like Olympic weightlifting people on there. Now
Yeah.
it's now the podcast has changed. Like as they do over time, like the host changes interests or whatever. So I don't find it as relatable anymore. But at one point, he had Brian Shaw on there, and I was asking like Brian Shaw like all these stories, and he's like, and you're a bit of like a strongman historian. And this point, like Brian Shaw was probably maybe 5 or 6 years into the sport of strongman, and like he knew everything. And all the guys on the podcast were like
Yeah.
really impressed and like were like glad that he knew so much about his sport. And I was like, well, I kind of want to be that guy too. That sounds like people like that. And so I took it upon myself to read and watch everything I can. And now I have a lot of information about Highland Games that is useful nowhere else except this podcast and for like 45 minutes on the field, like during the day. But
Yeah. No, I think it's important to know. And like, I guess I just have a knack for like, I need to know how we got here. So like going, even just like, I've done this probably, I think multiple times already. Like I just go on Wikipedia and like look at the list of champions, like Highland Game world champions. And I
yeah,
just like try to know who all of them were. And obviously, some of them you can't even find any video on, or like some of them you can. The more like by the 90s they have some decent footage, but like someone like Jeff Capes that's probably has to be top three ever. You
hmm,
can't find almost any video of him doing Highland Games. Like that's insane.
it's funny you mentioned that. I'm looking at Jeff Capes right now in the playlist, 1988.
Oh,
No, 1985 World Series of Highland Games. I think they were in like Switzerland, maybe. It was pouring down rain, and
okay.
yeah, it's like him, like Jim McGoldrich, guys like that. Like it's cool, and it was done up for TV, and so it's like in a different language, but it's pretty sick. Like, and that's like because he's
I'll
one of
have
the
to go
guys.
look.
Like, yeah, he's one of the guys. Like, rest in peace, Jeff Capes. That like he has a strong strength like pedigree. Like he's been doing strength sports forever. Like he
Yeah.
was a world class shot putter. I think he's. I could be wrong on this, but like I think he still has a Commonwealth record in the shot put from the early
No,
'80s.
because Tom Walsh is Commonwealth, so I
Oh
think Tom
yeah,
Walsh holds it 2290. But he probably, I think, almost definitely still has the British record. 21. I think he threw like 2160, so like 71 feet.
hmm,
I don't think that's been broken.
yeah. Either
But yeah,
way, like
he makes a good like case for being maybe one of the best, potentially the best strength athlete ever. Like how good he was at shot put, Highland
Yeah.
Games and being like two-time world's strongest man.
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine someone doing that now? That's impossible. You can't do that now. Well, that
No,
might be, you chalk it up to like it might be more advanced in each sport now.
it,
Like I
definitely.
don't think you can be world's strongest man now and be a good thrower. I don't think that's possible.
Yeah. It's just like the events are just different. The weights are different. Drug usage is way different. Like there's a lot of things that
Yeah.
have like changed, especially in strongman, from that time. But it wasn't like an uncommon thing to see guys like do strongman or do Highland Games and then go to World's Strongest Man, or like vice versa. Because like John Paul Sigmarinson has done like actual Highland Games, not just Highland Games adjacent stuff. Like he's actually competed.
Yeah, no, it's still like, I mean, Gregor Edmonds, he was well, he wasn't like world's strongest man, but he was a competitor at world's strongest man.
hmm
And that's pretty recent, like early 2000s, I think.
Yes. I just saw his name on here on this list too. You gotta check it out. A world history of Highland Games.
I
Because
will
there's like
definitely, so it's just, I guess if I go to your YouTube, it'll be on a playlist somewhere there.
yeah, it'll be in my list of playlists.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there,
I look forward to it.
I think now I'm thinking about it. I think Jeff Capes won a Highland Games World Championship like 5 times. I think, which is a lot. I think it's 5. Maybe
Sounds
it's only
right.
3.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a lot, and it's more than most people have. I think maybe Jim McGoldrich has the most. I could be wrong on that. But either way, it's a lot. But and like and
Yeah.
that again, like that's just a different time. Like, oh, dude, I'm just looking again. I'm scrolling through that playlist, and they've
Yeah.
got like the heavies, the old heavies from 1982 on there.
I need to watch that.
It's it's a bit dated, and there are like 3 versions of that documentary in this playlist somewhere. Because like one looks like it was like filmed like using a VCR to like record it. Another one looks like someone's like holding a camcorder at a screen, and another one's like just kind of shitty. So like you got to find like there's a halfway decent one in there, but it's definitely
All
worth
right.
watching. Yeah. And so like watching that and
Yeah,
then
so you've
watching
seen
like
the new one?
yeah, so watching the old one, it kind of like gives you like a more appreciation for the new one, because like you kind of saw like what the
Okay.
original looked like. Yeah, I like the new heavies. Like I
Oh,
don't
did you know my dad's
buy.
in it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like because like what was he throwing Braemar and he was like a couple inches short from that record.
Yeah,
Was
I
it was
think
it was
Jeff
it
Cape's
Braemar?
record. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Braemar, he didn't break it, and then I think he got it on the open. But that's
yeah,
a shot put. I think they use a shot put there.
yeah. Which should count, but whatever. And I don't see like, and you don't really look like it, but like, well, I can't remember the guy's name. He played Emotep in the Mummy movies, and he's from South Africa.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Yeah.
him and your dad have like the same like face, like like same facial features, and like in my mind, all guys
Yeah.
from South Africa look like that. You're a bit of the exception,
That's
but
funny.
yeah.
I still have my hair.
That's true. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see in a couple years.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I mean, my grandpas and my dad, like, I know it's coming and just enjoying it while it's here, you know?
Enjoy it every second of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I remember watching Matt Vincent videos when they were filming the heavies, and like he mentioned like oh yeah, they're doing a documentary, and like And then and like a year later, he's like, wonder when that documentary's coming out. And then it was like 6 years later, and they're like, it's here. It's finally here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh
Yeah, it took
boy.
quite a while.
And I think I wish we had more people who are skilled with like documentary filmmaking like that, take an interest in the sport. Because
You know what's got me excited? Have you seen on Instagram and YouTube this guy that started Highland Games Media?
yeah, yeah, old
Dude,
Billy.
that's exciting.
Yes.
Do you know
So
him? I don't. That's really
we've talked.
like his most recent
Yes.
one of Lightweight Nationals. That's a great video. Shout out
Yep.
to him. Awesome video.
Yeah. Yeah. And he did that with like, he wasn't even filming it. That was someone else filming it, gave him the footage and he chopped it up. He did the voiceover. He did all the
Oh,
overlays. Yeah. Because he wasn't in Dublin last weekend or weekend before, whenever it was.
right.
But like, yeah, I've talked to him. He's doing good work, and I want every other games in the country to encourage him in any way they can to keep doing it. Because I think there's a lot of juice to be squeezed with having someone who knows how to do shit with a computer like that. Because I've edited.
It's interesting you say that he wasn't even filming. Like if people could send it to him and he's the one making the videos, like that could be a good system.
I don't want to speak for him, but I think that's an option for a lot of
Yeah.
cases. But like we're really like where it really shines is like when he's there because like he stuck like the GoPro on top of the WAP bar, right? Which like it's not like it hasn't ever been
Yeah.
done before. But like man, like the video quality, it's so much better now, and like how we'd like tied it in there as like an instant
Yeah.
replay in like a little box in the corner. I was like, fuck yeah, like he's got like that's exactly what I'm asking for. Like I think because like have you seen the Ultimate Heavy Athletics? It's in the playlist. It's back in the day.
Like
I
the
think it was
ESPN stuff.
yeah. It was from Celtic in like
I've seen some of it.
2002. Yeah, like
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
how they did that is like I mean I think the ideal way to present it to people as as an entertaining sport, right? Because you can break up 9 events across 30 minutes and have a voiceover and 10 guys competing on the field, but you may never see all 10 guys. You only ever, this is my vision for it, like you only ever show the top five on each
Right.
event. And so like if some guy's really good at like heavyweight, like, but he's not good at light hammer or something like that, like he'll get seventh place and you just won't see the video of that guy, but you'll get like a scoreboard and you see who's moving up and down. And that guy's
F1 style. That'd be cool.
exactly, exactly. Again, and like, so like the way I look at it, not just Highland Games media, but media for the Highland Games. It's an obscure sport that a lot of people don't know about and they find it hard to follow. And so I kind of compare it to like Formula One. In the United States, like if
Mm.
you follow Formula One, like it's like an actual car sport, it's kind of weird. Not many people like I know maybe one or two people that know about F1 and kind of know the players in it. But very
Now
few
it's
people
three.
right. Like, okay.
Three people.
So, but you're not from America. So,
I'm a U.S. citizen. I feel like
all
maybe
right,
it
fine.
counts a little bit.
Okay. That's not nothing. That's something. But like the way they did Drive to Survive on Netflix, like made Formula One actually entertaining and palatable to people who are not familiar with it. And like the way they
Yes.
chopped it up, the way they showcased people. I follow Formula One very loosely now because I built an interest from watching a well done docuseries on it, and I'd like to see
Yeah.
us Highland Games kind of going that same direction. where we're kind of showcasing people and like creating a real story around what we're looking at and the actual event itself. But we are
Yes. Yeah.
we are so many thousands of people short of that ever coming to fruition. But I believe,
I don't know. I think maybe it just takes its maybe a little bit of luck on like I I don't have a specific thing in mind, but I feel like I have seen on social media like obscure sports that don't have necessarily many people in it get big followings just because they have good content, or like they happen to have one person in their niche, like maybe not even a sport, but like a smaller niche, and that person does really good content that pushes it so far out there that you don't need like the base of like actually that many people doing it.
well, see, and like I've been told like so many times that like, oh, cornhole's on ESPN, and I'm like, one, like that's kind of like a fluke. It's like they are being silly with it, right? Like that they're even putting it on
Yeah.
ESPN because they're not going to see any return on that. Not really. The hot dog eating contest is a little bit different. That seems to do well every single year. But like cornhole and oh god, like darts and things like that. People like were like, well, like there's like that's a fringe sport, and I'm like, yeah, competitively it's fringe, but like, how many people have you ever seen in your entire life play cornhole? It's hundreds. We've all
A
seen
lot. Yeah.
hundreds of people playing it, so like everyone understands it. They've actually done it, and like so like that's what we're kind of missing in the Highland Games is that like they've never done it. So like they have absolutely no interest in it. And the only way we can get people like to be interested in it is like really just get everyone in America or in the world just interested in general strength sports and get them deadlifting. And then they'll have some kind of like tie to what this is.
Yeah.
But does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, no, it does make sense. I think there's hope though. I for sure think there's a way forward.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, and like, cause like there's too many of us right now that are kind of coming out of the woodworks that are motivated to grow and to, like do things, even like regionally. Like last episode, we had Mac Dillman on there, and in the I don't know what he calls it, upstate New York or Western New York, not New York City, New York. Like they're building like a shit ton of throwers out there. They're just pumping them out left and right.
Hmm.
Because that's what they want to do. Oklahoma was doing that for a good long while. Like they were just like every games I go to in Oklahoma, there were 20, 30 new people I've never seen before. And they're like, yeah, we're trying it out. And even if they try it out for like a couple years, like, that's not nothing. You've now built someone who understands this, and their family now semi understands what they're looking at. So I think that's nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else was I going to ask you? Oh, the elephant in the room. You set a world record in Braemar. How far was that exactly?
Uh, yeah, 50 foot, 8.5 inches.
That's
Gosh,
nuts.
did not see that coming. Did not see it coming. I
Are
I mean, I
you being
train with like
facetious?
a
Because
no, I
like
did not. I get
I knew it was there. I was just waiting.
well, so like in my head, I knew that the open stone record is reachable, as I also kind of showed being 2 inches from it. But that made
Yeah.
sense. I have a 22-pound shot put that I train with. Braemar, like I have stones now. Like after I broke the record, I was like, I probably have some stones. So I went to a landscaping company. I bought some, but yeah, like I was hitting maybe on a really good day with caffeine 46 or 7. So
Okay.
like the gap between that, like that's another, I needed like 3 to 4 feet to the record on a stand, like a stand throw. That's what, 10%. I was like 10% off of that record. The open stone, I was like maybe 2% off. I just thought, that's, I'll do my best. Like obviously I'll be pretty good, but just, I don't know. I felt good. It was the first games that I did that we opened on stones. Well, it was only my third one, but like I'd only done hammers to open with. So starting with stones, feeling fresh. There was already a crowd at like 9 a.m. There was a decent crowd, people watching. I don't know. Francis Brebner was there. It was pretty cool to meet him, and he was like, I don't know. It came out of nowhere. I think my first throw that day was like 49 already. I was like, whoa.
Okay.
And then just hit it out there. It's pretty cool. Like I did not think that I'd get records that fast, but
Yeah.
it's really cool.
That's a good start. And I guess like that was like that was one of my questions too, is like did you see it like happening? Cuz like for me, like when I set like the sheaf record, I knew what day it was going to happen. I knew where it was going to happen, and I made sure it happened on that day. And so the same, like, well, I had a heavy hammer record until Scott broke it like 3 weeks later, because he just can't let me have anything. But like that one was a little bit more of like a surprise, but like I knew it was, I was right on the corner from actually like having it click. But like surprises are nice.
Yeah, no, I told my wife before the thing, I was like, I think I might get the open today, which I didn't. I got close, but
Yeah.
yeah, kind of surprised myself there. And I told my dad, I was like, I feel pretty good. Like I did tell my dad, like, it seems like someday I could get the Bremer record. And he's like, dude, you're pretty far off. Like I don't know if you understand how far that is.
Thanks, Dad.
So yeah. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no, he's supportive. I mean, logically, it just doesn't seem like that would come
Yeah.
so quick. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say he's wrong, but like, I mean, definitely now that we know, like, but, yeah, I mean, that's like, that's,
the one tip,
mhm.
and I feel like I know I just joined the sport, but being the record holder, I feel like I can give this one tip.
Go ahead.
When you're dealing with a oblong shape rock, don't hold it like lengthwise in your hand. Hold it side. Like have the how do I like if you're like holding a banana, like it's going sideways over your hand, not like with your arm. I'm trying to describe it as best I can for the audio only podcast. So
Well, it's a video podcast, so I have a prop here,
yeah.
right? So okay, so you're saying not like this, not long ways in your hand, but
Yes,
short ways?
not like that. Yes. It
Okay.
gives a way better flick. It's really uncomfortable on your ear, but when it comes to the flick, it's way better.
All right, I can dig it. That was the next question. It's like, do you have any tips on Braemar? Because I hate stones so much.
Uh,
They're actually they're doing better in practice. They're doing a lot better in practice. I just can't put it together in the games. But such is life. But other than that, like, do you have any like stone
I
specific
do.
tips?
I mean, I don't want to like. I don't know how I'd be received in the community trying to dish out tips being the new guy, but
Well, okay.
um,
Let me stop you there real quick, because you're a better stone thrower than all of us, and that's just a fact. I, you've thrown a ball further than all of us more times than any of us. Like, I think you know.
Well, thank you. I guess there's two other things that I've noticed. One on Braemar is you have to get separation. And I don't care how weak you are, or not you, just whoever's
Yeah.
listening. You have to get your hips in front of your shoulder. It's really easy to just think like, man, this thing's so heavy. Like even to me, like that thing feels heavy. You have to get your hips in front of your shoulder. It needs to be like my best ones, I'm getting to the front, like still leaning back with the shot, like with my shoulder, creating that stretch reflex, and then coming through. I see so many people just shoulder it. You have to use your leg and get that hip pointing like way up, like up and forward, then come through. That's like most people I see don't do that right, and I think I can still improve a lot on that. And I
I
guess
mean,
like
it's just so hard coming from like that static position to like turn your foot and like push your hip forward. Like it just doesn't like want to do that.
yeah, no, and I mean, obviously, if it was that easy, everybody would do it. But that's just I would say like that's a big one I see. And then
Yeah.
for the open, um, what's it called again? MSA or whatever. Is that
Yeah.
what it's called?
Yeah.
The MSA, it's fine. I messed around with it a little bit. It's fine. The thing I would say, if you're gonna do it, which a lot of people do, the thing you have to really remember is holding your left. So like a lot of people when they're starting, like you're kind of facing the trig, their first reaction is to like pull with their left arm to like get going because you have that much less space than on like a normal spin from shot put. So like yeah, but the problem is mechanically you still have to lead into the trig with your right leg. So try like the best way is just try not to try and get speed from your left arm. Try to get that right leg first thing. First thing's right leg. Get it in there. Then do the movement. If you're trying to get speed from your left arm, you're gonna pull off of it and miss so much of the push at the end. So I guess that's my tip on that, even though I don't do it.
Yeah. Well, I like that you don't do the MSA because I know a lot of guys who through like all through high school and college, like doing the rotational technique, and when they get to Highland Games, they're like, I guess I'll go back to gliding because grass is weird. And I'm like, oh man, like you got so many tools in that toolbox to do some cool shit. Like, just like stick with it, please. For all of us who can't do it very well, like I want to see it. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good tips. I think they'll be well received. Yeah, I do my MSA kind of weird. Like I don't start facing the trig. I start like sideways.
Yeah.
It's I don't think it's ideal for anyone, but every off season I take hundreds and hundreds of like rotational throws, and I want to sweep my leg like super big and super far that I'll always end up like way over rotating if I start like head on. So I kind of cheat it a little bit. At some point, like every practice, I'm probably angling myself a little bit more back. And in like a couple years, I'm going to just do a full rotational throw because that's where I'm now facing backwards. But we'll see.
I'll show. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to release this secret publicly yet, but I'll show you a trick I have with my shoe that lets me be a lot. It makes it a lot easier to do a full rotation. No, what the heck? I'm not secretive. I'm not gonna be the best just because I have better shoes. I use. I wonder if no, I don't have them here. I use throwing shoes, like normal shot put throwing shoes.
Hmm.
Um, and I put a spike through the middle by the ball of your foot, about that long. Well,
Okay.
when it sticks out, it's maybe an inch or an inch and a half out of the bottom of your sole. Um, and it kind of looks like a big thumbtack that I just press from the inside of the shoe out. And I make those, but um, that gives me the ability to like have grip. Like I'm not sliding
Right.
around, but I still have, I don't have to fight the grass. Like if I'm wearing like javelin spikes or something, it's
Yeah.
actually a pretty smooth rotation. Um, if I didn't have those shoes, I would not do full spin. Point period. I would not do that on grass. I would probably do MSA.
Interesting. That's nutty. I like that. That's like the beauty of the sport is like we could do a lot of goofy shit that won't like really fly in other sports, like modifying our gear to to serve a need. Like dudes are
Right?
like building up their hammer boots so like the soles are like thick, and so like now you're 4 inches taller because you have giant boots on. Like,
I didn't know that.
oh yeah, dude. Or like putting blocks under their heels on their hammer boots. I tried it. It's awful. I don't recommend it, but Vlad does it, and he's a hell
What's
of a
the
hammer
point
thrower.
of it?
So I don't know. I don't know why Vlad does it because his boots are fucking nutty. I do it when I tried it. As like my idea was as I'm going like rocking my heels like up and down, I can go a little bit faster or like catch the catch my feet just a little bit quicker if I'm just if my feet like stayed like planted on the ground and like I'm rocking around but like my feet are
Oh,
stationary so I don't have like a lot of heel and toe movement. But
okay.
that's probably like a
Huh.
weird way of
I wonder if you
explaining it.
could maybe make hammer boots out of like Olympic lifting shoes. Maybe that's the way to go.
I've seen it done. The only problem like for me is like I will destroy them really fast. Like I'll the
Oh,
soles will crack. I like there's some people who they're not putting like as much force into their boots, and like they can get away with using like Olympic lifters. I like I always thought it would be really cool to have like God those like foot like big those big football cleats with like the hard plastic sole because like you're not going to break that like it's made to like flex but still be strong,
yeah.
and they'll probably be more comfortable than the boots that I have, which are the worst as far as comfort. They're the worst. But I've found a winning combination of how I like my blades and I like my boots. It's a specific type of boot from Walmart. Like everyone, most people go to Walmart and just pick up a pair of Brahmas like everyone else. But these ones, like the soles are thick and they're dense. I've yet to break a pair of these boots. And I've broken every
Okay.
other pair of Walmart boots I've gotten, but these soles are like super thick, and the size and their steel toes, which is not like no one's a fan of, especially trying to get the bolts like through there.
Yeah.
But they work. And the sizing because their steel toe is crazy. Like I normally wear like a size like 11 and a half, 12. The my hammer boots are size 9.5.
Okay.
It's just yeah, it's the weirdest thing. But I just replaced my boots with I bought two pairs of these things. So like these are perfect. So I bought two pairs, and the other ones were still fine. They were still they're getting worn, and I feel like that was affecting my throws. Probably wasn't, but I was like, I have these other boots, so I'll just hook them up, and I made them nice and pretty, and they work just like the old ones.
Nice.
But if anyone's interested in what those specific Brahma boots are, comment down below, and I'll send you a picture of what the actual ones are because Walmart has like a million pairs of boots, and they just constantly like rotate like and like update the styles and stuff into where they're just more cheap and more shitty. So hopefully that doesn't happen with these, but
Yeah,
it's a lot.
I wish I could buy more from Walmart because they only usually go up to about 12 or 13, size 12 or 13.
Oh,
So
okay.
a lot of times I don't get my size, but yeah.
Jeez, how big of a human are you?
I'm like 6'6.5", 6'7"
No
if I'm
kidding.
just wait if I just woke up, about 300 pounds.
You do not look at you. You video kind of like average. I don't know if that's a compliment or
Hmm.
not, but it's just like I
That,
think I think I was talking to Scott about you, and I was like, I'm like, he's not really a big guy, and he's like, what? I'm like, is he not? And I'm like, no, but like you're a big human. Good for you. Must be nice.
it is, it's nice when it comes to throwing stuff. It's
Yeah,
not as nice when you're trying to fly places.
yeah. Or crawl into this house and go get that thing, and like, I don't send a normie in there, but that's cool. So you are coming to the Free State Highland Games, right?
Yes, looking
That's the
forward to
plan.
it.
That's cool.
That is the plan. I have a daughter on the way. My firstborn.
Hmm.
She's due 10 days after the Free State Highland Games. So if she doesn't come early, I'm 100% gonna be there. And yeah, I'm looking forward to. I haven't done the platform throwing yet, so
Yeah.
maybe it'll give me that little edge I need to get a little bit that last 2 inches.
Yeah. I don't think it would hurt for sure. Um, it's either throw off platforms or throw off like soft dirt, and so I figure platforms are just much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm because you're having a baby, like, and like based on like how all of my children came, I just assume you're not going to be there. I'm planning for you to be there, but also like I'm not going to be surprised if you don't show up because like all my kids came
I'll
early.
tell you, unless she's born already, I'll be there because it's not
Yeah,
that far from my house. So like, even if I get the call like, "Hey, it's happening," I'm like, "Okay, I'll just hop in my car and drive back." So
yeah,
unless she comes early, I will be there because I can just drive down. I won't even be gone a day.
yeah.
Yeah. I 100% plan on being there.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to it. It's going to be a good time. We got the clans, we've got the vendors, the food trucks are all booked. It should be a pretty decent day. I really hope so. But
I think
yeah,
it'll be. I have some sort of idea of what that's like, and I have a lot of respect for what you're doing because like I put up a tiny little shop at meet at our town's like annual festival, and
yes,
my word was I stressed, and that was a fraction of what you're dealing with. So like, good on you for doing that for the sport and the athletes, because I don't know if I would ever do that in Highland Games.
yeah, it's a lot. It really is. Like the idea of like oh yeah, I could put on a games because like so and so did, and I'm like I could do what they did. Why not? It's very it's difficult and it's stressful, and there's so many pieces to it. Like I can get a bunch of people together and go throw at the local park, right? Like that's not a crazy thing to do. Like, but that's not really what I want to do.
Mm.
I want to do something like a little bit bigger and better, and that's where the hair pulling comes. Thank goodness I'm bald because like I would be pulling my hair out every night. I'm not grinding my teeth yet, so that's a good sign. But like as we get closer to it, like it's kind of like it could get way more stressful, or it could mellow out and be like, oh yeah, things are in place. It's going to happen. Great. But I don't know yet.
Well, I
Well,
think since you've been preparing for so long, it's kind of cool. Like, I haven't listened to all of your episodes yet, but if I go back in your podcast and I listen to episodes and then I come back, like, there's like episodes where you're like, yeah, I might be doing something soon, and then like a few
yeah,
episodes later, like, okay, I'm ready to announce it, and then like it's cool to see the progress. Like you've been thinking about exactly what you want to get done, so I think it's gonna be great, and I think hopefully you're probably not as stressed just because you've prepared so well.
yeah. Well, and like the thing too is like I have my what I'm envisioning in my head is not going to happen the first year because it's the first year, and what I want is something just fucking nuts that like we haven't really seen before, and so it's really unrealistic for me to like get that on the first try. So like I
Yeah,
have to like kind of like dial it back a little bit mentally. Like this is year one. If year one looks like year 10, you have a problem. But like
yeah.
it should be getting better every single year. Like I'm already got like ideas spooled up for for next year. I'm full of ideas. I got a whiteboard behind me that hopefully I don't assume people can't read that, but there's a lot of stuff on there, and they got this whole wall is a whiteboard with sticky notes and marker all over it.
What kind of ideas?
Stuff for games, and stuff for other things. Like it's all, I mean, all Highland Games related stuff that like, I don't want to say too much about any of it. Cause like it could happen next year. It could happen in 10 years. I don't know, but the ideas are
Yeah.
too good not to like write down and like kind of have it like in like literally in front of me, um, all day long.
Hey,
So
you're talking to a fellow idea guy.
yeah.
I do a lot of stuff. You can probably even see my 3D printer is, well, here's one. There's another
Okay.
one. There's another one.
Okay. Well, what kind of
I
3D
like
printers do you
making
have?
stuff. They're all the same type. Just like the, what's it called? FDM, I think. I might be wrong on that. Oop. But it's like the one that most people buy. It's just I have varying sizes and models of them.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
So I
I have ideas about stuff and I like being able to make them.
I was just talking to my buddy, maybe it's today or yesterday about like like 3D printing stuff, and I'm like, I've never had to design anything in CAD as much as I would like to. I don't have the bandwidth to learn how to do it correctly. So I bought
Yeah.
a Bamboo Labs printer because like that's the
You
closest
did?
thing. Yeah, I got an A1 Mini, which like, dude, it is,
Oh man, I'm so jealous.
dude, I was blown away because like for what it does, the price is unbeatable. It was like $240. Um, and it is literally just like 4 clicks and the printer's going. And like,
Did you
and
get
it,
the multicolor system though?
no, I should have. I'm like, do
You
I
still
really need,
can.
yeah, I'm definitely going to add it on one of these days. I'm just not printing anything right now because it's so humid, and I don't have like a dry box
Oh
for all my.
yeah.
So the last like
That's
three or
why I don't. I'm not sure what you can see, but that's why I have That's a plastic box I
okay,
built.
perfect. Okay, that's
Yeah.
yeah. I need to come up with something because like last like 3 or 4 prints just didn't take, and I'm assuming it's just because it's humid and they're not adhering to each other, the layers.
Yeah.
But the Bamboo Labs is just it's bonkers. Like because of like how just like user friendly it is. Like I don't have to tinker with it. I just have to make sure
Hmm.
it's oiled every now and again. Like all the like the X and Y and whatnot just has a little bit of like thin oil.
Yeah.
And it adjusts, it's self-leveling, it adjusts itself, like, and all the people who have made prints that I've used, like, they've already dialed it in. It already knows the flow rate, like with your nozzle and every, like, it's super simple. One of these days they will make CNC machines that are that simple, and I can make all kinds of good shit
Yeah.
that plastic just won't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been tempted on the CNC, getting a CNC too, but it
Like,
seems like a whole different animal.
right. Like, then they're now making like desktop CNCs that, like, you can make, like 10 by
Yeah.
10 objects. But like, you still kind of have to be like a little bit of an operator to make it work. But I imagine in the next couple of years, like, they will figure it out and you can actually make really neat stuff at home. I mean, like, you saw with like laser printers and things, or like laser engravers and stuff like that. Like, they used to just like really shoddily like laser engraved metal that you'd have at a metal shop. Now it's like just anyone with an Etsy like store can produce all kinds of shit, because the technology,
Yeah.
the hardware's caught up. Yeah, my wife's pretty crafty. I married her and she started making a bunch of stuff, and like, she kind of like, I don't know, like, gave me the idea, like, oh, you've got all these ideas of shit you want to make. You can just do that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can make things. So now I'm pretty
Free will,
crafty.
baby.
Right. Yeah. Like, well, right now my laptop is set on my template box for sheafs. Cause I'm like, oh, I could buy a sheaf from someone, but I'm like, it's just burlap and twine. Like, I can make that. And so now I make them.
It's not though.
Oh,
My first sheaf was horrible. I tried to make one. I just ended up buying one. That was just not good.
oh, dude. So like, my first sheaf was, the bag was made well, because my wife made it, because she knows how to do fabric. Like, I don't do fabric very well.
Okay.
I can use a sewing machine, but like, I don't know. I'm just not as good with manipulating fabric. It's like a weird thing to say, but like, she does it better. So she mocked it all up, and like, I sewed the sides up, and she's like, all right, that's good. You can now stuff it. And I was like, okay, I don't have 20 pounds of twine. Like, what am I going to do? And so like, I talked to my father-in-law and I was like, do you got any twine, like rolls of it, or that I can use? And he was like, I have a bunch of this netting from like round bales and some twine with that, that's just been collecting in a pile. You can have that. And I'm like, okay. So I got a big, like, filled my entire backseat of my Forerunner up with this netting from round bales, and it's got like, because it was from like silage, so it's got like corn cobs and shit still in there. So I'm like outside
Yeah.
shit all this plastic stuff off, and I'm like, that's still not 20 pounds. I'm at like 13 or something like that. And so I was like, you know what? I have some rubber mulch. I'll put rubber mulch in a couple Walmart bags and stick it in the center, so like it'll like make weight. And like, it worked really good for a little bit, and then it just stopped being like, I'm like raining rubber mulch every time I throw. And
Oh man.
yeah, they progressively got better to now, like, I like my sheaves more than anyone else's. No one else has a good enough sheaf for me. But yeah, they're sweet. And the problem is like, you make them, and the bag lasts like like for like an individual, it'll last like a year and a half, 2 years, depending on how much you throw. And then you got to remember how you did it like the time before, like, and like, you forget. And so like, it's hard to like
Oh
get good
yeah.
unless you're making a shit ton of them.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Being crafty is cool though.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my sheath fork isn't anything special yet. Seems like
Mhm.
everybody's got like their custom whatever. I bought something
Yeah.
from like Ace Hardware. It's got three tines at least, but it's
Okay.
nothing
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah. So you got
special.
like the Razorback. Is that,
That might
is
be
that
what
what
it
it,
is.
yeah.
I
I had one of
don't.
those. My first like sheaf fork was one I got from like Tractor Supply, and like the tines were thick and they were like splayed out, and they had
Yeah.
that thick black paint on them, which is nice if this is a
Yes.
tool that you use. But I'm like, I'm trying to build a specialized sporting equipment, so like it's a lot of work. And then I didn't like the thick handle, so like I cut the handle off, put a thinner handle on there. In the fork I made like worked really well for a 16-pound bag. Like it was the shit. But I always had my eye on like a Jonathan Irvin boomstick, because that's what world records are set with. And so I was like, I need to make sure I have one of those. And I finally got one. Like not from him. It just came across me one day, and sure enough, they set world records. They're the best forks in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
everyone's
someday.
got
I
like,
don't think I'm proficient enough for it to matter yet.
trust me, it matters. Like, I mean, just because you're new at driving doesn't mean you can't have fun in a Ferrari. That's my thought.
That's a good way. Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good way of saying it.
Cause like that's like, that's how I like, that's how much I like my fork. That's how I see it. Like, this is the Ferrari of sheaf forks. Like nothing beats this thing. It is the best. And like my original fork that my dad still has, which is always nice because I've forgotten my good fork traveling south, like to a games. And I'm like, oh, Dad, I'm going to swing by your house real quick and pick up the other fork. And it's built very much like the same way. And like, I wouldn't say that one's a Ferrari. That's more of like it's more like a rally car. Like it does cool shit, but it's not like
All right.
the coolest of shits. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like, and that's where Highland Games like athletes like really shine, is like our ingenuity. Like we're coming like with your little spike in your foot, like we're coming up with something to accomplish a goal. Like and like no one makes
Yeah.
stuff for us. We're having to make do with like other sports equipment. Like no one's using Highland
Yeah.
Games cleats. Like we're using like soccer cleats and Jav boots of all things. Like I guess that's still throwing at least. Yeah.
Yeah, but not our throwing.
No, it's different. Yeah. Is that what you normally use as Jav boots?
I have some cleats. I have cleats
Okay.
for well, I for sure got it for caber because I knew that was a thing, so I got them right away. And what else did I use it for? I have kind of started maybe liking using them on height events. Even WOB, the cleats
Mhm.
just seem to like let me be more solid on the ground, I guess. I don't know.
I Yeah, I like that. I've got buddies that will use like Olympic lifting shoes for height events, and I'm like, man, I'm swinging a 56, and like I'm not heavy, so this thing wants to pull me over, and like my feet start to slide around as I'm trying to
Yeah.
like counter it. And you know what? I could put some like some like turf spikes on a pair of Olympic lifting shoes, and that might just be the best thing ever. Now that I think about it, because that's not hard to do.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of an amateur cobbler. It's no big deal. Like
Okay.
I can glue shit on to other things.
I've seen like there was a company that made like you can make any shoe into a golf cleat shoe. I saw
Yeah.
that at some point.
Yes.
And
Well, there was a guy like was a baseball player, and he's a pitcher for some team. I don't follow baseball, but he came out wearing like high top Vans that were cleats, and everyone's like, "What are those?" And turns out like it's a company that can like they do golf cleats, soccer
okay.
cleats, maybe football cleats, and baseball cleats. And it's just like they have like a company in China make like a little plate, with like the spikes on it, and they just glue and screw them onto the soles of the shoe. And I was like, man, like I grew up wearing like only Vans. Like if I can get a pair of like high top Vans to throw in, And I started thinking about it. Like I used to skate in Vans, and I would literally rip them like along the entire side from just like stopping.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I'm like, I'll destroy them. It won't be worth it.
Yeah.
But my I don't know. This is like my favorite idea, and I've yet to do it because these shoes are hard to get. Are you familiar with Off-White? They,
Uh, sounds familiar.
yeah, they
Definitely
make
sounds
like
familiar.
yeah, it's like they make like fashion like clothes and like shoes, like streetwear kind of stuff. They'll partner with
Okay.
with like Nike, and they'll just make like really expensive shoes. Like they'll take a pair of Air Force Ones and add a bunch of bullshit on there and like straps, and like their kind of big claim to fame is all their shoes come with like a giant like red tag that just like is like zip tied on there,
Oh,
and it says like Off-White on it. That's kind of like the calling
yeah.
card of
Okay.
them. They're hard to get because like sneakerheads will just buy them up by the dozens and resell them for way inflated prices. Like
Yeah.
$120 pair of shoes they're now selling for 3,000. They're like, it's rare. And I'm like, they're making more. How is it rare? They're only selling rare because you bought them all. Like, you dick. They're creating scarcity. But there's some high top Air Force Ones that Off-White made that have spikes all across the bottom, and they have spikes even like around like the front of the toe, like on the front part of the sole. And I'm like, look
Oh
at them,
yeah.
like I'm like, that's not soft rubber. Like those can be killer throwing shoes, and you'll have the most hype beast shoes on the field. Like that's cool if they work.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like I'm waiting to
give it a
find a
try, I
pair.
guess.
Yeah, I'm waiting to find a pair that like aren't $3,000 in stock in my size, and I will pick them up because why
Yeah.
not? That's just the coolest. Yeah, I used to do this all on my phone, and because I didn't know how, like, I didn't have a laptop, I just had a desktop, and I didn't know how things work. So I just started using my phone because there's an app for Riverside, and it 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 was just everything was a giant pain until I got like an actual mic and a laptop and an audio mixer. I'm starting to figure it out, but the internet's still a problem for me. The
Yeah.
one thing that I really absolutely need is an internet connection to do this, and my internet's bad. Say la vie,
This is
I
fine
guess.
though.
Yeah, I think my quality has gone up in the last like 20 episodes, so that's what I'm shooting for, is to not be unlistenable.
Oh yeah.
So I think
No,
I'm
definitely.
doing that well,
Yes.
but
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that the earlier ones I remember being like sometimes it's just a little like not loud enough or something. But yeah, it's
yeah,
noticeable that most recent ones are really good.
yeah, well, good. Well, we're coming up on time. Do you have any final thoughts? Any closings?
Um. Oh, wait, you didn't say what well, you didn't do the I don't know if you still do it, the bro nerd spectrum. Do you do that still?
Not as much because mostly because like the the scoring system is flawed. Because like we are giving like percentages like oh, you're like 60% nerd, 40% bro, but in reality like it's like a scale, and like and this is, if I was good at computer graphics, I would have like a little bar that pops up with all the little heads of all the people and where they kind of fall like on the spectrum, and be like, oh, you've now
Yeah.
surpassed like Omarissa, which very few will ever surpass, or maybe Jessie Bethke can pass her,
90
but
95.5, right? I remember that one.
yeah, it's nuts, man. He's the king of the nerds. But yeah, so but okay, like you've been throwing for your whole life. That's like been your sport besides like cricket, you said.
Yeah. Well, a little bit of cricket, a little bit of rugby.
Okay. Rugby makes sense. And but you've got a whole dry box over there for your 3D printer. That's pretty nerdy. And
Yeah.
okay, what's that table behind you? Is that like your tinkering table?
It's I made it. It's like a yeah, tinkering table. I mean I'm into electronics too. Like I have a bunch of Arduinos sitting over there, Raspberry
Okay.
Pis. I'm pretty
Hell yeah.
nerdy.
That's
Well,
see, okay.
let me put that. I'll give you some stats. Is a year or two ago, World Athletics sort of recently came out with that's the governing body for track and field,
Hmm.
and they came out with this like world ranking system that no one understood and stuff. You kind of have to like wait until the ranking comes out, and then it's like, oh, like certain meets give you certain points, but like you don't even know really. And like I went and plotted it all like on a graph to like figure out their actual like I don't want to call it algorithm, but like their how they calculate their points. And I made an Excel sheet for everybody to like calculate their world rankings. Oh, and the world rankings came out every week. Like you only have to wait a few days, but I was like, I don't want to wait a few days. Like I need to know now.
Dude,
So
I love that. That's the best. Um, I don't know. I don't know if Jesse would be hard to beat, but like you're coming up on his coattails. I think next time we talk, we'll get a better understanding of where all that lies. Cause we're talking a lot about Highland Games, and like there's a lot more to dig into with you for sure. You got freaking Raspberry Pis and Arduino sitting over there. That's cool. But
yeah. Anyway,
I guess
I guess
yeah.
if you wanted to wrap it up, I don't know. I don't know if I have anything to shout out. Yeah, just I don't know. I'll shout out the Highland Games community. It's been really cool to like uh be a part. I'm having way more fun doing Highland Games than I really did ever doing track and field.
Hell yeah.
It's got great people in it, and I mean we're a small community, but like all the people in it are awesome and welcoming, and like everybody's like willing to help.
Hmm.
Um, Especially Scott Farr. Maybe I'll shout him out too. Like I posted one video of like, hey, I might try Highland Games, and he like analyzed my videos for me, like made analyzing videos for me to watch. Like that was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
He's the
it's a
absolute best.
great community.
Yeah.
He's the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I hope everybody realizes what we have here. I say we, I just joined, but
You're here.
like we need to take care of this and like take care of the sport, I think, to really
Yeah.
maybe elevate it more.
Hell yeah. Well, great. Um, yeah, I can't, man. Shout out Scott Farr. You're the best. I know he's listening too. That dude's the man. He knows he's the man. At least I hope he does. Yeah, again, another plug for my games, Free State Highland Games, November, October 18th, in Lawrence, Kansas. It's going to be great. Burger's going to be there. I'm going to be there. All sorts of people are going to be there. So stay tuned for more on that. Pre-order shirts are still going on, so please do not miss out on that. I worked really hard on this design, and it's gotten some good feedback. So hopefully you like it too and want to buy one. So just DM me your
I'm gonna buy
details.
one.
Man, I
I want to
appreciate
get
it.
one.
If you want
It
to be
looks
as cool
awesome.
as a Braemar world record holder, get the shirt. Okay, that's all right, man. That's it. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. We will do it again soon. I'll see you next weekend. That's so yay for that.
Yeah, awesome.
In
Looking
person.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
it's
right,
gonna be
guys.
fun.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for watching. As always, throw far. God bless.